everybody, we're here at with Redline Gaming with Ocean, going over his deck profile for Buford.
Hey guys, what's going on? It's Ocean, Redline Gaming, here at JB Comics in Hiram, Georgia. It's been a week since the the Buford region, and I thankfully placed 17th. Wanted to go top 16 to get that Momocom pass, but unfortunately it didn't happen. But I am so grateful for topping and getting to go to Nats. I want to go over the deck profile with you guys. It was Kozmo with Kaiju mained in the deck, so let's get started with this deck, right? You got your standard triple Dark Destroyer. I didn't play planets for the deck. I just wanted to go with the Dark Destroyers. One Forerunner, and this comes in handy with the Kaijus. One Landwalker. He's a really nice tech. Didn't really want to see more than one of him. Then the obvious triple slip. Just such a useful card. Helps clear back row. You know the drill, guys. One Dark Lady. I felt only playing one Dark Lady was necessary, especially in this meta the way it was. It was very you can use it, recycle it with Sword Trooper, and I just never really needed to see more than one. So that was just the one-off. One Good Witch. The Good Witch, and I might as well go ahead and drop the Wicked Witch. These two I really felt were very instrumental in helping me get a lot of wins easy over my opponent game one. Reason being is because the Wicked Witch is everyone's playing. The Good Witch is very, very useful in the mirror match. It tends to book, to bait your opponent out, to tag out, etc., etc. And having these two allowed me to open plays in rank 4s with the Abyss Dweller, Castell, and Utopian Lightning. So I saw so much value in playing these, so I had to have them in the deck. The one farm girl, we call her Randy Orton, because she comes out of nowhere and just kills your opponent. It's just so good, but you never want to see more than one of her.
If only we had the theme song.
No kidding. Double Sword Trooper. Like I said, again, the Dark Lady brings her back. There's some situations where you can really, really abuse him, making Levier, Grand Pulse for spot removal, etc., etc. But he's such a good card. I wouldn't want to see too many of him, so 2 was a really, really solid number for it. Double Strawman. Reason being, because if you want a Strawman loop, you need to have a second one in the deck. Otherwise, you're just not going to get it off. So, I mean, really can't say much else about that. Such a great card. And Double Tin Can. Didn't want to see this more than twice. So it really wasn't necessary for me to play more than 2, especially since I do main the Kaiju engine.
Fair enough.
Alright, on to the Kaijus. All the Cosmo monsters, onto the Kaijus. Double Gamma Seal. Obviously, he's the turtle you give everybody. He's small, you can run it over with Slip. It's just really, really easy to play it with. I did one Sticky String. Sticky String was just that 5th Kaiju that I needed to play just so I can abuse Radiant. And also, if I gave it to my opponent, I can, the very few times I can go Landwalker and crash into it and float. Then Double Radiant. Double Radiant was so essential for me because giving that to my opponent and then making Forerunner allows me to crash, keep going, and basically summon Randy Orton for game. So that's all the monsters. I think it's 24. So onto the spells. Triple Cosmotone. Not much more I can say about that. It's broke. Have to play at 3. Double Allure. Card was great, especially playing it again, having Double Radiant. If I had bad hands and was willing to sacrifice it, there it was an extra dark. So, loved having that. Double E-Telly, because Konami says I can't play more than 2. Obvious. And last of the spells is Double Slumber. Double Slumber just being not an imperative card to have, but when you draw it, it just makes it so much easier to make your plays. And obviously, banish it to search for Kaiju, and it just gets really, really annoying against your opponent when they out the Kaijus or whatever, and you just say, hey, here, have another turn. So, that's done with the spells. Moving on to the traps, I played Double Call. A lot of people played Triple. I felt double was a sweet spot, because I don't want to open more than one of these. If I open double, I have to work with it. If I open one, whatever. But just there was never going to be a time where I was going to need triple. So I felt that just running this at 2 was good enough with the ratios I was running in Kaijus. Next, we have Double Cosmo Joe. In all honesty, I probably would have bumped this to 3. You guys know what the card does. And I played Triple Strike. If anything, I would have swapped this down to 2 and played a 3rd Mojo. It just seemed to be a lot more live, especially since I had to play 3 Monarchs that day. Obviously, you guys know Strike doesn't work against good Monarch players, so I would side it out, and I would have preferred to have Mojo instead. And last card, obviously, Warning.
Yep.
Slick card. So that was main deck, 40 cards. Extra deck, let's talk about it. Ignister, it's for cherries. That's all it is. Basically, the cards I'm playing here for cherries are Ignister. What's up?
On that, how many times did you honestly resolve Cherry, and would you suggest playing it?
To be honest, I didn't resolve Cherry at all, and I honestly wouldn't even play it anymore. This deck build is going to change. I feel like it's a little bit more important to play cards that are necessary for you to make decent outs with than trying to out your opponent with a card like that. So I feel like this still has a strong matchup against Brainbus and whatever Pendulum, Draco, whatever comes out. So I would cut these 2, but basically those, and I think that was about it. I mean, my round 8, I had to play against Cyber Dragon FTK, so I had that there for the cherries, decided it in, and never saw it, still beat him. But that is what that is. So moving on with it, Levier for the obvious, Grampulse for the obvious, Castile, there's the 4s, Castile, Dweller, and Utopia. Everyone knows, shut down the effects, spot removal, and to make lightning. This obviously works so well in the Kozmo matchup. So I mean, it was too valuable for me not to play it. Moving on, we have the one Volcasaurus. If I had the opportunity to play it, I would have played Gaia Charger, but I didn't. So this just sat there as a one of Pleiades and Telemium 7. I actually don't even think I resolved these at all either. So it was just a weird day. After which, Cyber Dragon and Affinity for the obvious. So moving on, the last 2 were Harbinger and Lancelot. Now Lancelot thankfully was a last-minute decision the night before. I put it in my round 7 mirror against Kozmo. This is actually what helped me win the game. So it earned my spot. It earned the spot in the side deck or extra deck, in my opinion, and I will continue to play it in the format. So that was the 15 card extra deck.
I guess let's take a look at the side deck since it was a 17th spot.
Yep.
So what you take for the
side deck? Like I said, I think the only thing I would change is probably the cherry, which I actually only made 1 of. I didn't really feel like it was necessary. But since I was making a lot of decisions last minute, I felt if I saw it, I saw it. If I didn't, oh well. So that was just the 1 of. Double Mashi's Fiend. I tried this against Monarch, and I also tried it against the Kozmo Mirror. Didn't really work out the way I wanted it to. I ended up making different choices versus playing this card, so it could stay, it could also not. Double Flying Sea. Never saw BA, so I never got to resolve it. Really wasn't that important playing against Monarch. I didn't decide to do it because I really didn't care what extra deck Monarchs made. Double Joel Unlock. Again, never got to resolve this card, but I sided it in against Monarchs because I saw 3 of them and never got to see it. That's it for the monsters in the side deck. Next is Double Stormforth. This card I saw a lot, and in some cases it did work, other cases it didn't. But I do like Stormforthing my opponent, sacking him for a Slip Rider or for a Dark Lady. It's a pretty lit play.
So I take it you suggest keep using Stormforth?
I would, but just sparingly. Just make the correct decisions and sub out the right cards, because it can be a detriment to you if you open it in the wrong way. Next was Double Twin Twister. I started this in against all the Monarch players. And almost, I think everybody really, because I had weird matchups, so I wanted to just get rid of their floodgates. It was just an easy way to put that in. Double Massacre Strict, obviously for the Monarchs. Don't really explain that. And then XYZ Universe. I think I sided this in. I can't remember against who. Didn't get to resolve it either. I mean, majority of my siding I really didn't get to resolve at all. I just replaced cards just in case. So, I mean, with that being said, I mean, I don't even think the siding was ever important. So,
you have any comments you want to make about the regional? Anything interesting that happened? Anything you faced that was fun?
I mean, I enjoy seeing everybody at the Buford Regionals. Justin Barnes, everybody. Shout out to everybody that knows me over there. You guys know Redline Gaming, know what we do. You know, let's go to Nats, guys. I mean, that's all there is left to it. But that was the deck profile, and hopefully I'll have something stronger for Nats. But thank you guys so much for watching. This is Ocean RDC, out.